The AFC Championship game between the Kansas City Chiefs and Baltimore Ravens features some of the most intriguing coaching matchups that I've seen in a while, and I can't wait to see what these staffs cook up. One of the greatest defensive minds in football history, Andy Reid, will have to put together an effective offense against the hottest defensive mind in football, Mike Macdonald. Can Steve Spagnuolo, one of the best postseason defensive coordinators in recent history, figure out a way to stop coordinator Todd Monken's revamped, red-hot Ravens offense? No team stifles receivers like the Chiefs' secondary. In the regular season, they allowed the fewest yards to wide receivers. It'll be a challenging day for Zay Flowers, Odell Beckham Jr. and Rashad Bateman against L'Jarius Sneed, Jalen Watson and Trent McDuffie. The Bills took the correct approach by targeting tight end Dalton Kincaid and running back James Cook against the Chiefs linebackers. Josh Allen targeted his tight ends and running backs on 43% of his pass attempts. In the Bills' regular season win over the Chiefs, Cook was their leading receiver. In the divisional round, Kincaid was the Bills' leading receiver and they moved the ball efficiently. Attacking Kansas City's linebackers and safeties in coverage is easier than going after their corners, and the Ravens have the players to do it. With Mark Andrews slated to make his playoff debut, I'd expect the Ravens to use a lot of 12 personnel, 1 back, 2 tight ends, and 2 receivers, to get the Chiefs' base personnel on the field and heavily target Andrews and Isaiah Likely. Running back Justice Hill also should see some pass plays designed for him. There's no great answer against this Chiefs pass defense. They're third in defensive EPA per dropback with base personnel and ranked 10th in defensive EPA per play when targeting tight ends, but the Ravens do have a rare pair of tight ends. Whether they can produce against the Chiefs' elite pass defense will be vital for the Ravens' passing efficiency. If the Ravens can force the Chiefs to line up in nickel against their 2 tight end sets, they'll have an advantage in the run game. The Ravens were 6th in offensive rush success out of multiple tight end personnel groupings against sub-defenses, 5 or more defensive backs, in the regular season. Though Lamar Jackson has made some legitimate improvements as a passer this season under Monken, who has used a lot more 11 personnel, 1 back, 1 tight end, and 3 receivers, I'd expect the Ravens' offense to look more like it did under former coordinator Greg Roman and try to run the ball against the Chiefs out of heavier sets. They've dialed back using Jackson in the run game, but this is the perfect opportunity to pull that lever again. The Chiefs didn't defend Allen as a runner on designed runs or as a scrambler well last week. Allen had 12 carries for 72 yards and 2 touchdowns. Their inability to defend against mobile quarterbacks is a trend. In the past 2 seasons, regular and playoffs, the Chiefs are the 5th worst team in defensive EPA against designed quarterbacks runs and scrambles. Defensively, they play a lot of match coverages, which play out like man and means there are generally fewer sets of eyes on the quarterback.